In this video, you're going to learn from a single lady who went to the UK with her son. We're going to be asking you questions about what is the process like and some of the important things that you may want to know. But before you go through the interview, I just want to tell you about our website, which is called nyarionline.com. Learn IELTS lessons. We've got great IELTS lessons, and this is the website. And if you haven't accessed this website, please go ahead and click on the sign up page. Once you click on the sign up page, you're going to see details on how to create your account. Once you create your account, you're going to come to a page like this. Okay, once you come to a page like this, you're going to see there's quite a lot of information there, and go to the use platform that says under the courses section that says UK Wake Up Visas Early Stages Planning. And here we've got IELTS lessons that are coming soon. We're going to be adding there. If you just click there, you're going to see some of the lessons as well. So, but right now there's nothing. We're going to add more. So if you click on the courses section, you're going to see that we are adding a lot more videos here. Like here, the first video here is an interview that I did with a couple that went to the UK. You can actually replay it there. And then there is how to book your IELTS test, how to conduct an online lesson, and quite a number of videos that we're actually adding, and including this video that you're actually watching right now. We're going to add it there. So if you want one central place to go through some of the information that you may have missed in the past, go ahead and visit the website nyarionline.com. It's free to create an account at the time that I'm actually doing this video. With that out of the way, thank you so much for watching, and let's jump into the interview. Hello everyone, I'd love to welcome you to this call, and in this call we're going to be talking about a journey to the UK, so that you learn what it takes to go to the UK, and you learn the process as well. So I'd love to start off my conversation with one of my favorite quotes, which goes like, to know the road ahead, ask those coming back. What it simply means is that anything that you're trying to do in life, someone has tried it, someone has done it, and if you're going to ask them, you're going to learn the path that they've actually taken. So with me today is my guest, Josie. Apparently, Josie is my young sister. She's the little one in our family. And I invited her to be with us. And she's going to share her story on how she managed to get to the UK and how the process was like with her son. But I want to emphasize to everyone who is on this call that this session is just done for information purposes. We are not liable for any losses, damage caused directly or indirectly with the information that is going to be shared in this session. We are just doing this for education purposes. So welcome to the call, Josie.
Thank you, Kuda. How are you, everyone?
Okay, good. So tell me something. The first question I have for you is that can you please give one tip if someone wants to travel to the UK? What is one thing that you got there to the UK that you realized, wow, if anyone is planning to come to the UK, they should do this in Zimbabwe and not do it in the UK? What could that be?
My advice and tip is when you're coming here, number one, you need to be focused. Okay. You need to stay focused. And the other thing that I was actually taking for granted when I was in Zimbabwe, yet I noticed that it's something that is serious here in UK. It's about driving. It's about driving. You know, in Zimbabwe, some of us, we just use auto cars, whereas here it's manual cars. In Zimbabwe, you can tell yourself, and everyone knows, we just use our manual car for the test, for the driving test only. Then we are done. The next thing you'll be like, I'll buy my auto car. It's a mandatory to use a manual, especially with the nature of the job that I do. Sometimes we do door to door, and some of the clients that we give support, they have manual cars. So at one point, a client will tell you that today, I don't feel like, I feel like going out, but I want you to use my car. And this is what can happen is this client might have a manual car, yet you are used to an auto car. So this is just a word of advice to you guys. When you're coming here, please be good manual car, be good on an auto car, because you're going to encounter such kind of situations.
Okay, thank you so much. So now my next question that follows up is, you know, when you're in Zimbabwe, people get used to some sort of habits And what is one habit that you were used to when you're staying in Zimbabwe that you had to let go? You realized that, wow, it's a different case when you went to the UK. What could that be?
The habit of waking up at 9,
Okay.
waking up at 10, waking up anytime that I want. Here in UK, it's work in and out, work day and night. Sometimes we start work at 7 a.m. We finish work 10 a.m. And imagine you'll be driving from where you've been working to home. It's something like 45 minutes, 30 minutes, you get home around 11. And imagine you just have hours to sleep. Okay. Because the next day you'll be also starting work at 7 again. So this was quite tricky for me.
Okay, so there's a lot of work that needs to be done. So one of the questions again that I have here is that, can you please explain about, I understand that you went with your son to the UK and there's what is called custodianship. And a lot of people have been asking what custodianship is like. Just give a definition of what custodianship is.
Custodianship, it's a paperwork that is done through lawyers. For example, I'm a mother, I have one child, and I don't know where the father is, and I don't even have any clue. I don't communicate with him. We had some challenges. So this was the challenge that I was facing when I was about to apply my dependence visa. I had to go through a certain channel to get the sole custodianship. I wasn't expecting to. And as a single mother, you are not allowed to travel with the child without the father's consent. So I couldn't get hold of the father to get father's consent for me to travel with the child. So I had to take a sole custodianship. And it really cost me much because they were saying, because you're traveling with a child going out of the country, so this can cost you much. Oh, can you unmute? I can't hear you.
So when you're talking about the sole custodianship in terms of the cost, where do you pay the money to? Who do you pay the money to? And who processes that process?
Oh, I pay the monies to the lawyers, and the lawyer that I got from my partner is the one who referred me to the lawyers.
Okay.
And
so it's the process that
helped me a lot in quite a lot.
Okay, that's fine. And then one of the moments, can you tell us about one of the moments when you're preparing for your journey to go to the UK? What is one of the moments that you got to when you felt like giving up? You said to yourself, you know what, I want to give up. This is not working. I'm stuck. I feel tired. I'm just going to let go. And then what had happened for that to feel like that? Can you tell us a story about that?
Okay, I was almost done with the process, and the challenges that made me feel like giving up were fundings. Okay. That's too expensive. And just imagine you just a single mother, you pull double duties, you're going to work. And where I was working, I was actually renting a place. I was doing my own thing. I was an individual. I had to pay rent. And you know what? I wasn't sure of this thing if it was going to come out. It was just 50-50. You know how it is when you're applying a visa. It's a 50-50 thing. So it was really challenging for me. At one point, I was confused. What should I do? Should I leave the work that I'm doing? Should I stay home? If I stay home, how am I going to earn some funding? Because I was getting some fundings out of the nature of the job that I was doing. I was also doing some side hustles. So I was kind of confused and I was really stuck. And I was also staying in Harare. Actually, my parents were in. So I was decided what to do. Should I move from where I was staying? And the other challenge was my child was writing his O levels. So I wanted to disturb him. It's something that was going to affect him writing his final exams. So I almost felt like giving up because I was just telling myself, wow, I think I'm better off in Zimbabwe. I'm hustling, I'm doing everything that I'm doing, and this opportunity is kind of giving me stress. And I just want to thank you, Kuda, again, because I remember I used to cry. You used to say, no, you don't have to cry, everything will be fine. And this statement, guys, you will encounter, they will say nothing comes easy. So that's the moment when I felt like giving up. I was in a dilemma. What's going to happen next? Am I going to pass the English test? I was really running out in my mind. So moment when I felt like giving up. The second time when I felt like giving up was my visa came first. And I was like, oh my God, I can't go anywhere without my child, because I've been there with him since day one, and I can't be separated from him with an opportunity. So I was kind of confused, and I was like, well, let me just give up. That was the second time I had to give up.
Okay, so now to the listeners that are listening us today, I just want to emphasize again that this recording is done for information purposes, and we are not liable for any losses or damage that is caused directly or indirectly throughout this video. We are just trying to get some information from people that have done it, and we have compiled our questions from WhatsApp, and then we can get some answers from my sister. Apparently, Josie is my sister. She's my little sister, actually, in our family, and I was actually part of the process of helping her. So can you tell us about your income as a single parent? Are you managing your income as a single parent between you going to work in the UK and taking care of your child, and also paying the rentals and things like that? Is it manageable?
Yeah, it is manageable. Like I've mentioned earlier on, that when you are in this country, you really need to stay focused.
Okay.
If you don't stay focused, if you don't do savings, you are really in trouble. So I am managing, but this is how I'm managing. I'm managing by working very hard, working day in, day out, because we get paid per hour.
Okay.
So if you miss an hour, money is gone. So okay. So you really have to be strong and physical fit when you come to this side, to this end. So that's how I'm managing.
So
and I'm not missing any hours.
Okay, so someone asked a question in our WhatsApp group, and I think this question was like, so if you have separated with the father of your child, what sort of documentation were you supposed to put in place so that you can travel with your child? I'm sure that this person is not in communication with the father of their child. That's what I can actually pick. What sort of documents did you put together so that you can travel? If you can just mention one or two, and yeah, we can move on to the next question.
Okay, they need the sole custodian for the child from the lawyers, enrollment form from school, reference letter from school, reference letter from church. That's all. Okay. That's all, I think.
Okay, and then the other question someone was actually asking is that if you have a partner back in Zimbabwe, like a boyfriend, I would say, if you have a partner back in Zimbabwe, what sort of paperwork should you prepare for your partner to come and join you in the UK? Is there supposed to be a legal marriage or marriage certificate and things like that for them to join you? Okay, they can join you as boyfriend and girlfriend. I really don't know. Do you have any information on that?
Well, the only information that I have for that, for some people that I'm seeing that are coming with their dependents or whatever, their partners, they are getting married and they need a legal whatever marriage whatsoever. I don't know about that. Me, I don't have anyone that I'm bringing in. I just bring my dependent as my son. Okay. So seeing they need the marriage certificate and all that for the partner to come in. Okay. For that, I don't have information about that.
Okay, that's fine. So now, tell me about. I'm sure that you went to the UK, and you know what? there's this statement that goes like, there's no African person who is as secretive as someone who is working on their visa. You know, everyone, when they're trying to work on their visa, they want to keep it a secret. And sometimes the secret is out of the bag. I'm sure there's a lot of people that were surprised that you're in the UK. And a lot of people now are asking, how did you do it? Can you please do it for me? And things like that. What sort of questions should someone ask who is wanting to come to UK? I'm sure that you've come across some people that ask you a question and you're like, this person is not serious, they really don't want to come. So what sort of questions do people should start asking themselves if they really want to make it to the UK like you did?
Okay, the questions that I would expect for someone who's ready to start the process is, Joe, what are the things that are needed financially, paperwork, not like this other person that I've experienced, that I've once met. She asked me, she had some choices of the places that she wanted to go. So I just want to give you an example. When I came here, where am I going? Where am I going to stay? So at times you just need to be brave enough and just jump into the thing and do this. We have to take risks sometimes.
Yeah,
so the positive questions that for is what I need in terms of the fundings, how much do I need to budget, what are the paperwork that are needed. I am kind enough to share that information.
Okay, that's fine. And then now, tell me something about what is one thing that you go to when you go to the UK, it opened your eyes. You're like, okay, wow, if I didn't come to the UK, I was not going to learn this thing. What is one thing that you have learned and that was opened your eyes when you go to the UK?
I've learned that there are some of the things that we admire in Africa, whereby if you come to the side, you can just afford them. Like imagine when we in Africa, if you see someone driving a luxurious car, you'd be like, wow, mbinga, mbinga. Whereas here in UK, you can afford to do that. There are some of the things that we get fussy of, whereas here it's just simple to get them. It's just simple to get them. I'll give an example of my kid. When we came here, he had written his O-levels. And you know, when you're in Zimbabwe, if a kid writes his O-levels, you'll be stuck. You'll be like, he doesn't have anything to do. He's just sitting home. But here, he applied for a job. As we are waiting for him to go to school, he's working right now. He's working right now. He's just gone out to work. So that's things that I that are good about this country as compared to ours.
Okay, so now tell me something about custodianship. How long did the process of custodianship take to get your papers in place?
Well, it takes 2 weeks.
It was about 2 weeks.
It takes 2 weeks because the lawyers, they were just like, it's not just a paperwork that you can just get just within a blink of an eye. So it was a process. It took me 2 weeks to get the sole custodian.
Okay, so now we're almost coming to the end of our interview. So the people that are listening to this interview, please go ahead. If you have any questions, get ready to ask here, and then we're going to end this session. Now, I want to ask you something. What is one thing that you want to share with us? Something that you say, Kuda, you should have asked me this question because I get a lot of questions about this. What is it that you want to tell us? Something that I did not ask you. You're like, oh, you could have asked me this. If you can just give us a tip, it could be anything that I should have asked or anything that you want to share with us.
The tips that are, like I've mentioned earlier on, that you need to come knowing what you're doing, stay focused, and know what you want, the things that you don't want. Tell yourself, put it in a diary, somewhere where you always remember, make your memory. I'm in this country for a reason. Because seriously, guys, this country is just work. It's totally different from what you were doing in Zimbabwe. Like, well, we go out for weekends and all stuff. There is no time for that.
Okay.
Like, I'm going to another shift in the evening, so there's no time to play. You need to stay fast. You need to come driving very well. There are a lot of roundabouts right here. You really need to be very careful with your driving. You really need to come perfectly driving.
Okay, absolutely.
Especially manual.
Oh, okay. So now I'm going to allow the people that are listening this session, we're almost coming to the end. Could you please, if you have any questions, can you chat in the chat box, or you can actually unmute yourself? Is there anyone who wants to ask something from the people that are listening? You can raise your hand and then I'm going to unmute you. Anyone wants to ask anything that we left out in this session? Okay, I'm going to count.
Hello, guys.
Yeah.
If you want to come to UK.
So they could check, so maybe they're going to continue the conversation in the WhatsApp group. So I see there's no one raising their hand. And I see there's no one who wants to ask anything. Okay. So what I'm going to do is, if there's no questions, I would like to thank you so much for your time. I understand that you're supposed to go to sleep and then go to work again. And I want to thank to see my sister, who has graciously agreed to be part of this, and to also work with us and give us her nuggets based on the process of going to the UK and other important questions that people should be asking. So I want to encourage everyone who is here. We actually have a website. Let me just see if I can share my screen. On this website, if you go here, nyarionline.com, you're going to get to here, and then you just click on sign up. Once you click on sign up, you're going to get to this website, and we have got videos that we did, okay? And we've got IELTS lesson within this website as well. If you click here, you're going to see that we have got a couple of videos that we have done, like the interview with a couple that I did, and what it takes to go to the UK, how to book your IELTS, and